permission, our moms met. Because then I came home after the COVID situation. My husband ended up coming home 6 weeks later, and that's where we met. And literally we went on a date the day after he came home, which was mid-July, and we were married in December.
We got another one on our hands, Jaberhood. Yeah.
Rolls. Technically, we got a lobster roll, a fried shrimp roll, and a fried scallop roll, and fries, and a drink, all for $30. Literally, it was only $30, which we're getting way more meat, and you also got more fries. Fries that we got from B-Dubs were it was a really small portion, honestly. And I love the flavors more at Wingstop. We did a buffalo. You know me in real life. This whole lazy husband thing, it's satire. My husband is the sweetest, nicest, kindest, most loving, most nurturing father in the entire world.
We got another social media influencer who did not realize as she was on her rise and her claim to fame, she was showing us that they were mistreating their child. And by they, I mean this husband and wife duo who's on TikTok as Nurse Hannah or Hannah Hibbit, Hobbit, something like that. Nurse Hannah would take to 2 TikTok pages to tell people this is the life of a hard-working nurse.
I am a long-term care nurse working day shift tomorrow, so let's get ready for bed together.
Mother of 2, husband don't really help me with the 2 that we got together, but I be out here doing my job. Then on her other TikTok, she's saying, listen, I am making budget meals because my husband tells me you better not spend more than $10 on dinner.
This one's mom's water. So I cleaned the house for 3 hours, so I could have this.
And we got a 3-bedroom house. And it got even better when she began to tell us about the depression and the pain she's dealing with as a mother who left 17 diapers around her house.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15.
We're gonna get into all that. So what's up, my friends? And welcome back once again to the Just Casing brand. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Casing brand. Can I just say thank you to everybody who wished my son a happy birthday and who have been so kind to me in the comments. It is just a joy to have the community that we have and be able to relate to each other and just talk like normal people. So that feels good. So thank y'all for that. If you're not already a part of the Jaberhood, I want you to consider joining because it's a good time over here. We talk about shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. It ain't got nothing to do with you, ain't got nothing to do with me. But these people be wanting to come on the internet and they be wanting to put all their business out there. So I be like, well, shoot, if you gonna talk about it, we gonna listen. Because what is it? What's the saying now, right now? We listen, we don't judge. Or whatever the thing is, but we gonna judge over here. Let's talk about Nurse Hannah. Now, Hannah, if you're watching this, I just want to let you know, from the Jaberhood to you, we do not discriminate over here. We talk about everybody. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, your marital status, your sexual preference, or orientation. If we see you doing some shit that we don't agree with, we gonna talk about it. Yeah, it don't got nothing to do with nothing. I just want you to know that. Down here, we're fair. If you messing up online, we're gonna talk about it as a collective, as a melting pot, if you will. So I don't want her to feel like we're trying to hurt her. Nurse Hannah originally went viral for sharing with us what it's like to deal with postpartum depression and how in a 3-story house with a husband and 1 child who's about the age of 2 and a new infant, it's very hard to keep your house clean. She comes on camera, she says, listen, everybody.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15. I don't own a diaper pail or a diaper genie or whatever they're called. They just kind of get thrown around my house and then we just collect them in a bag at the end of the day and take them out to the dumpster. So I've been solo parenting for the last 24 hours. So we're gonna see how many dirty diapers we have just lying around with 2 kids. I promise you, I'm not even exaggerating. This has only been 24 hours. So I'm counting just 4 diapers right here on the coffee table. Found another one right behind the couch. Oh, found 2 more. So far that's what, 7 diapers, I'm pretty sure. That's just down here, like in the kitchen living room area. Let's go upstairs. I already know this is gonna be so bad. Okay, so right away I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 diapers. So that's 8, 9, 10 diapers. Then into the bedroom. This is the corner of what my side of the bed looks like at night. It's embarrassing, I know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers lying around my house. No wonder my house friggin' stinks right now.
I am trying so hard to keep this whole household and family together, but there were some days and some weeks and some months where I felt like I could not clean up all these diapers around my house. Sure, I got a Stanley Cup. Sure, I'm a nurse and I make good money. Sure, my husband has a full-time job as well. These diapers are my tears. And as we pick things up, you know, she taking video of her living room and her bedroom, and as we get to the bedroom while she's picking up these diapers, we see an empty bottle of body armor on the floor. Then we see a plate and a cup that look like it's dirty on the floor, but she bypasses that because you know what? She's got to get to all the diapers that are in her house, and she's counting them up. 17, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You see how hard my life is? She's standing in this nice ass mirror in this big ass bathroom with a nice little organization set in the back. She said, you see how hard my life is? Y'all think I want to come on the internet and talk about this shit? No, I don't. But I'm here to let you know. 17 diapers for me, because life is hard for us as mothers, wives, and successful people with careers. Yeah. Hannah did not stop at that. She said, I got to let the people know more about my life. So her husband had to go to jury duty. And apparently, when you have jury duty, you're not going to be home for several days at a time. You ain't gonna be home. So if you have a husband or a wife and they end up going to jury duty, or not even a husband or a wife, if you have a common law merge, if you have a significant other at home and they gotta go and do jury duty, you be ready to be by yourself, because they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone. I did not know her husband was about to sit in on a case for OJ. It was a case that was gonna happen maybe in heaven or hell, and he had to sit in the jury with that. Then he said he was gonna sit on the original Menendez brothers trial. He said he had to go sit in on that. That's why he was on jury duty. Then he said he had to go sit in. Remember when Tina told Ike, I'm keeping my last name. You ain't taking my last name. He had told his wife, Nurse Hannah, he had to go sit in on that. He wasn't gonna be available at the house. She could not depend on him, and that's what she's telling us while she's cleaning up her house and everything.
So I'm solo parenting for the next few days because my husband decided to take a last minute trip with his friends. It means I had to rearrange my entire work schedule because I was supposed to work all this week. Before you guys comment or send me your divorce attorneys, no, I'm just kidding. A man got called to jury duty. As much as we tried to get out of it, it just didn't work, which means I had to rearrange my entire work schedule so he could go sit and do jury duty and I can take care of the kids. And the best part of all of this is that he has to travel pretty far for this, so he won't even be home in the evenings. It's like a 2-hour commute, and so it's just not worth driving back and forth, especially in the snow. That means I am on my own officially for the next 3.5 days. I had scheduled myself to work all this week so that way I can take off for Thanksgiving. But yeah, it did not work out that way. And it's not like the man's gonna have fun in jury duty, but I mean, there's no kids. I personally have never done it, but I don't know. It just seems that every time he's gone and I'm on my own, a kid gets sick or injured, or I get sick or injured, or something happens. So knock on wood that nothing happens, but I don't really believe that. So we'll see. Basically, my 2-month-old has been sick his entire life and we're just barely getting over it. So I pray that nothing else hits us these next few days. And it's freaking freezing, which means we'll be spending a lot of time at the McDonald's Playland because the park is not an option. If you are a solo parent out there, or a solo mom, or a solo dad, single, solo, whatever it may be, double pat on the back. I commend you because I sure as heck can't do that. I recently had to solo parent for a few days while my husband was on jury duty. He was supposed to do it for like 3 to 4 days, but luckily, praise, it was only 1 day. He did get selected, but I guess the court case ended quickly, and so he did get to be sent home early. Being a solo parent, just for a day or a few days or whatever it may be, it's freaking hard. How do you guys do it? How do you guys, like at the end of the day, when you put your kids to bed, how do you get anything done? How do you ever find time to be you? Because there are so many times in the day where I just shove my kids to my husband and say, you deal with them, I'm going upstairs, or I'm going outside, or I'm going on a drive, or whatever it may be. But when you're a solo parent or a single parent, you can't do that. It is you all day, every day, all night, and then going on to the next day, it's just you. I seriously can't imagine being a single parent. And the hard part is that most people don't choose to be single parents. It just ends up being that way. So if you're a single parent, comment on here, that way we can all support each other. I'll support you and everyone else will too. So this week I was labeled as the 17 diaper mom. Like, that's literally now my name on TikTok. At first, it was really hurtful. I'm not gonna lie. At first, the comments and all the videos I was getting tagged in about everyone making fun of me was pretty hurtful. I simply just thought I was sharing a very realistic moment. Like, hey, postpartum's hard sometimes. That's why I have 17 diapers around my house right now. A mom shaming I did not expect, that's for sure. Then I started to see videos of people on my side with it. They were being kind, they were relating, they were actually being nice to me about it. People saying that I wasn't alone, that they have 17 diapers in their own way lying around their house. Maybe your version of 17 diapers is not being able to get out of bed. Maybe you haven't showered in a week. Or maybe you literally cannot breastfeed your baby because you can't feed yourself. Mom shaming is probably one of the nastiest things that someone could do. No mother out there is perfect, and I mean no one. You parent your kids the way you want to parent them, but my 17 diapers around the house meant that I had 17 clean bums. I would understand the mom shaming if I had my babies in stinky, huge, nasty diapers all day long, because let me tell you, my baby's bums, they're never red, we never have diaper rashes, they're happy, they're healthy, they're cared for, and they're clean. So maybe you don't have 17 diapers around your house, but there is something like that, because I promise you're not perfect. So once you become perfect, then you can start mom shaming.
Talking about how hard her life is and how her husband don't help her. But you know, hey, every mom ain't perfect. Every woman ain't perfect. You ain't gonna have the perfect marriage. You ain't gonna have the perfect spouse. You ain't gonna have the perfect shit. All right. She hears the negative comments. She know what y'all saying to her. But Nurse Hannah said, yet and still I prevail because I'm here trying to teach you ladies how to not be pieces of shit's moms, because I'm not. I take care of my kids, I take care of my husband, kid, and I take care of whatever else he don't really like to deal with, because he also told her that he get tired of her being stupid.
So my husband has a lot of pet peeves about me, specifically, I don't know I'm not aware of my surroundings ever, never, whenever, you know, I am not aware of my surroundings ever. So, he told me to pick up dinner on my way home from work. He says he placed an order at Buffalo Wild Wings. I just need to pick it up. Okay, great. I'll just put it in Google Maps. I don't know how to get to Buffalo Wild Wings from my work. I know how to kind of get there probably from my house, possibly, but not from my job. Absolutely not. I don't know how to get there. Tell me why, but my Google Maps tells me that I'm at home, but I'm most definitely not at home. And I start panicking, like, where do I go? I don't know how to get there. Are you kidding me? It's like 10 minutes away, probably. I don't know how to get there without Google Maps. I am fully dependent on my phone to get me anywhere driving. I don't care if I'm driving 7 minutes away. I'm gonna put it in Google Maps just to confirm where I'm going, you know? Just to confirm that I know where I'm going. That's just a girl thing, okay? My husband would be so freaking proud of me when I tell him that I found Buffalo Wild Wings all by myself. I got here by myself. No wrong turns. Literally not a zero wrong turn. I questioned it. You know, I was like, hey, maybe let's take this turn. Oh, I kind of, you know, took some turns and eventually I found it. And I found it. I was there before my food was even ready. As for that, I'm so proud of myself. So, yeah, okay, but now I need to actually get home without Google Maps. I don't know if I know how to do that. That's asking too much. Doing it twice, that's asking too much.
He said, you got to use your map for every damn thing? Damn, do you ever know where you at? Because you keep on telling me you don't know. You calling me, asking me questions. And she get on camera, she said, you know I don't know. We've been living in this town for 26 years. And at 25 years old, I don't know where I'm going. Where's Walmart? Huh? Where? Where that? Because you're asking me to see where it is, and I can't. In between her telling us about these 17 diaper stories, because it wasn't just that one video. Oh, no. She kept on going with video after video about how hard her life was because of postpartum depression. While she was telling us this, she kept on leaking a little bit too much information, if you ask me, about her and her husband.
About how much I procrastinate. So I'm starting the day off right with Waterboy getting hydrated. One thing about me and my husband is we love to vacation. When we are on vacation, we are not so much on a budget, but when we are home, we are very much on a budget. The man said I have $100 to spend in Vegas on whatever I want to. I can spend it, I can keep it, I can spend it whenever I want to. I have $100 and he has $100. But he said I can't get that $100 if I don't have all my stuff done before we go to Vegas. I'm just the biggest procrastinator. I'm so bad at it. Okay, I've had things on my to-do list for like months now and I just never get them done. So today is all about finishing up those tasks before we go out of town. Initially, we weren't going to Vegas until Wednesday, but then I finished work yesterday, so it's like, why not just go tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? We love Vegas, so why not spend the entire week there? We are not doing a traditional Thanksgiving this year. We'll be staying in a hotel with family and going to a buffet, and I am so freaking excited. I can normalize buffets on Thanksgiving. No cooking, no cleaning, no mess. Literally a dream.
We learned that her husband does not help with the baby because he don't know what to do. She's the only one who gets up at night because it's just easier that way.
This next bottle. Now my husband is fully capable of prepping the bottle for the baby, but I just feel so bad going to bed early and giving him the baby. I felt less guilty if I warmed the bottle and prepped it for him. And then baby woke up around 3:30ish. Luckily I fed him, changed him, and he went right back to sleep. But I can already hear the comments asking why my husband does not get up with the baby in the middle of the night. And the answer to that is, I don't know. It just works better if I get up. I know it better. I know the routine better.
And if she ever has to leave the baby with her man, then she has to set him up with everything because he don't know what to do, even though he her husband. And yes, she does get up at about 3 a.m. when the baby wakes up, even though her husband is sitting right there, and they don't do a trade-off because he doesn't understand the process to take care of a newborn baby, even though this is his second kid. But Hannah says, forget all that because I'm trying to help y'all learn how to live a better life. Hannah then gets in her car and she gets mad. She gets really mad, and she's talking about how there is a mother on TikTok who is using her kids in order to get famous.
So you're telling me that this mom purposefully made her child, her 1-year-old, have seizures, have a feeding tube, make her sick so that she can have TikTok fame, so she can be an influencer. There are so many good people out there that want babies that can't have them, or their babies have real problems, real medical problems, and they can't afford the medical care. But then there's people like this out there that choose to make their baby sick. And not just, oh, sick, have a cold, they're a little bit sick. Problems. Life-ending problems. She was in the ICU, has a feeding tube, brain surgery. I saw a video with her having freaking staples all across her skull, meaning that she had some sort of crazy invasive brain surgery. She made her kid sick. She gave that kid freaking substances to make her kids sick so that she can have free packages, so she can have free stuff, get money, get fortune, get followers, get fame. Well, honey, you're famous now, and you're also in jail. And your child has been taken away from you. I'm sick. It makes me so angry. But just angry, yeah, with her, angry at God, angry at people, just that poor baby. She is 1 year old. And her entire life, her mother has been using her to have internet fame, to be an influencer. I already can hear the comments now. But aren't you the girl that didn't get prenatal care when she was pregnant? Totally different. Totally freaking different.
She had to also make it clear that ain't nobody got nothing to say to her about her not taking no prenatal vitamins when she was pregnant, because she know her body. She know what she can and cannot handle, so they can shut up on that one too. She gonna judge that lady how she judges. Thank goodness though, after her ranting about how she didn't have nowhere to throw the diapers at, Diaper Genie ended up sending her a diaper genie. And this is when we kind of start to see James a little bit. We already had seen him, but we never paid a lot of attention until after this 17 diaper video. We learned more about her husband. We see James and her husband, which James is the firstborn child. We see James and her husband interact a little bit, and her husband interact with her and the kids. But we don't see much. But she gets this diaper genie finally, and she's telling us, I don't know where I'm gonna put it.
Clorox sent me a diaper genie because of 17 diapers, which is insane. So do you guys want to set it up with me or what? Honestly, we changed the most amount of diapers on this main floor, but I can't have a diaper genie in my living room, So it's gonna have to go upstairs anyways.
Because I got this 3-story house, and I don't know where I change diapers at the most. Because sometimes we be on the main level, sometimes we be in the bedroom, we be all over the place. So what am I gonna do with this diaper genie now? As we start to see more videos of her and James, there was one where she's in the car, she's talking about how she did not get any sleep because the kids wouldn't go to sleep, the baby was up, James was up, he got up early, her husband was away on jury duty, which to me just means that he was in a different state trying to cheat on her. But then she said all of a sudden out of nowhere, he only got down to 1 day of jury duty as opposed to 3 days of jury duty. Now he at home.
We are solo parenting for the next 3 days while my husband's on jury duty, and I quite literally am exhausted and feel like absolute dog poo-poo today. Just when I thought that we were starting to look up with the whole newborn sleep schedule, things like that, baby Jaden is 2 months old, and he was starting to get really good. He was starting to sleep 5-6 hour stretches in the night until last night when we put him to sleep at 11, and then he woke up at 2, which is okay, fine, whatever, not that good, but whatever. He didn't go back to sleep until 5:30 in the morning, and then James woke up at 7. So I I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling great. This kid back here just knows when I'm on my own, and that kid knows when I'm on my own too, because he gets way more hyper and he gets way more fussy. What? What?
Chocolate.
You want chocolate?
Yeah.
Why?
Chocolate.
Well, no, you don't need any more sugar. Anyways, I am so freaking exhausted. I literally can't even breathe. I'm so tired right now. So, and it's also 8 degrees outside. 8. And I had to get out of the house. If my husband ever questions why I spent money, I say, none your business, it's Christmas. So maybe I'll go like treat myself and say, none your business, it's Christmas. What? What? Do you want proof about how cold it is right now? This is rock solid. This was left in the car last night. Did you take off your shoes? James? Why? Why? Wish me luck for these next 3 days.
If somebody tell you they got to go down the street to do jury duty and they can't see your ass for 3 to 5 business days, and the jury duty, the case they got to be on is Walmart merchandise being stolen, then you know they ain't got to be there for no 3 damn days. Now it was, I ain't got, he said he gonna be home. I digress. Get a normal kid in the morning. He's hyper. He's excited. He's awake. He's making his little noises, yelling in the background. And she looks mad. Oh, her face is so tight. She's trying to do her makeup at the same time, record this video. And here this child is in the back, being a child, being excited about being alive and having life. And she like, I got to do all this by myself. I'm here solo parenting. James, he just woke up like, oh, I'm awake and I have to deal with all of his energy. James says something really loud. She's like, she look in the camera with an attitude. She keeps on going with her story. She takes out her mascara. She's trying to put that on. She says, if my husband only knew all that I was going through, then he wouldn't question me about the finances that I spend. If you didn't know, her husband tells her, you got to be cheap. You can't be spending no money here. Don't be outside spending more than $25 unless you out here making the $25, which, side note, I thought it was weird that there were videos of them door dashing together and her saying that they were going to be able to spend the money that they make off of door dashing off a dinner. Is it just me, or does it sound like they probably had poor money management? Because how do y'all both work, have this nice ass house, you able to afford a Stanley Cup, but you ain't got no groceries in your house to cook? You just want to keep on eating out, or you just don't know how to have good money management? Hannah quickly went from a mother who was very relatable to one who we all had our noses and our faces twisted up at, because who's going to sit up there and only feed your kid a couple of fries? In every single video I would see her at, from the lobster video to the Buffalo Wild Wings video to all of the videos that she has now since deleted. I didn't get them all, but she would look annoyed. He would look annoyed. They would give James, who is the firstborn, they would give him this little portion of fries or this little portion of food that usually did not include meat. And if you know prices of food, like I know, where we be on a budget, so we be knowing how much groceries cost, that meat is going to cost more than potato, vegetable. In many cases, meat is going to cost more. So it seems like they want to give him the cheapest parts of the food and the least amount of food because they want to be eaten so bad. And she's recording this to where we see it. There is another video where it looked like the firstborn was getting frustrated because he couldn't grab for the food that he wanted. He wanted to just grab not no damn fries. She purposely held him back by his stomach. Why wouldn't you get him his own food? They have all of these other things going on, but Hannah and her husband seem to be able to sit up here and watch their kids suffer and starve, want the things that they have literally out of their mouths. These parents are just dumb. They can't even see their own kids sitting up there wanting the very food out of their mouth. You could see it in the little boy's stare, to where he's looking at their forks or he's looking at them eat food like, I wish I could have some of that. And there's nothing wrong with kids being able to have food and experience new tastes. I was watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, and the little girl, she's only 4, she's Dr. Wendy's daughter. That's her youngest baby. The 4-year-old, she says, "Ooh, yay, my snails are coming out. I love snails. They're nice and squishy." And I immediately thought to myself, with this mother, this one that we're talking about, this hoe ass bitch, Nurse Hannah, I wonder, what would your kid be like if you just let him experience the same thing that you and your husband are experiencing? And why is your husband such a piece of shit ass man to where he doesn't want your son to eat different foods, and she's allowing it? She's holding him back because she know that her husband is going to sit up here and flick away his own kid's hand. Hell no, you're not about to treat my kid like this. I understand that we're in a marriage, but you're not going to treat him like he can't experience life, because ain't that why we grow? Ain't that why we break generational curses? Ain't that why we make money? So that our kids can experience lifestyles that we didn't? I'm not saying it in a way to where your kids have to be spoiled and they don't understand the value of hard work. But what I am saying is, if we have the opportunity to give them a better life than what we had, shouldn't we? Let's say, for example, Hannah never got to go out to eat and her husband never got to go out to eat, and now they're able to afford that for their kids. Because quiet as it's kept, Hannah be trying to make some shit she's seen online, and I'm like, girl, yeah, you need to go out to eat. So let's say that they were never able to go out to eat as children, and now they're able to take their child out to eat because they only got one between these two working ass, young ass adults, because they're in their early or mid 20s. If you have the opportunity to give your kid a lobster roll or wings or pizza or just whatever crazy thing that you want to give them, will you? Why? Why would you? Word on the street is too, she a nurse, but she used to be complaining about having patients. Me and my sisters have already decided our parents cannot go to no nursing home. Nope, because we don't know what they're gonna do to them. We can't trust them. Imagine you got a nurse Hannah being responsible for your loved one. Everything in her body language says that she doesn't want to be a mom, but I think she was like, okay, I get a job, I go and get married, I have children, this is the way life goes. However, she did not think to herself, maybe this is the way that life has went for other women before me or whoever taught me this way, but maybe my life looks different. Because remember, everybody, there ain't never nothing wrong with not having no kids if you don't want to bear children. There's also nothing wrong with not getting married if you don't want to. This is your life. You only get to live your life one time. So make sure you're doing the things that you really want to do. I don't believe that she wanted to have no kids. I don't even know if she really wanted to have a husband. Not a husband like that with how she be complaining about him. Or maybe things changed when they got married. I don't know, but that don't seem like no shit she really want to be in, and she don't seem like she want to be no mama. I'm gonna say two more things and then I'm gonna be done, because I could keep on going in about this girl, but they have what looks like a nice lifestyle, and there's plenty of cleaning services out here that they could afford to help them while she's going through postpartum. As her husband, I do feel like it was his responsibility to be there for her. I just think it is. I know that there's husbands out there who don't want to be a helping hand in the household. However, I have not experienced that. Y'all know the stories with my dad and stuff. I've never been in a position to where my mom had to set up a preparation kit for my dad to take care of us. He may not have always known the perfect thing to do, but he always knew that he had to do something. I also look at my sister's marriage. You know, my sister who's about a year older than me, her name is, y'all know her. Her husband, although he works like crazy, he worked like a Jamaican with the most respect. He worked like a Mexican person with the most respect, but don't even have to. The man just gonna get to the money. But when he's home, he knows how to do stuff with his children without my sister helping. There's plenty of times my sister will be like, okay, girl, come on, let's go to the store. And I'll be like, oh, do you want to go ahead and check with your husband and see if he's okay with keeping the kids? And she'll look at me like, if he okay with keeping his own kids? No, I don't. You want me to just tell him I'm running to the store? And it surprises me. I was a single mom. I didn't have help in the household, but I know that good dads know how to take care of their kids without the help of the mom. And I'm not saying it in a way that a mom isn't helpful, but I'm more so saying it in a way of like, present parents want to be there. It's surprising that she's promoting this lifestyle, the lifestyle that a lot of women want, to be a stay-at-home mom, and it's not right. And she ain't promoting it the right way. She keeps on using plays on keywords in order to make her shit pop, saying that she's a solo parent. She ain't saying she a single mama. She ain't saying she a single woman. She's saying she's a solo parent, saying that we're mom shaming, which I know isn't a new word, but it's also a keyword. Postpartum depression. These are all hot words to make people try to feel sorry for her or look at her in a certain light. But influencers like this keep on not understanding. We care about the kids more than we care about supporting your ass. We're gonna look at your background. We're gonna look at what you're doing with your children before we decide to ourselves, oh yeah, this is something we want to follow. People are waking up to what's on the internet. They ain't these dummies that you could just trick and dangle some carrots before our eyes and we're like, oh, this looks so great. No, bitch, what's going on in that background? Why your kids so little? Why your husband act like he don't like you? What's your husband doing on jury duty that long? That's reality. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you guys have not already done so, hit that notification bell so you catch me every single time that I come on. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
The fact that I'm even being compared right now to Ruby Frankie is absolutely comical. It's hilarious, really. We live in a world nowadays where people will turn nothing into something. We live in a world where people are so desperate to become TikTok famous, they will post about anything in order to get views for themselves. They don't care if it's gonna bring someone down with it, they just wanna become TikTok famous. The fact that my children are happy, they're healthy, well-nourished, they're running around playing, that should be a pretty good indicator that everything's just fine. It's great. They always have a clean bum and never have a dirty diaper on. The fact that this is even a thing right now is something that I just, it really is, it truly is really funny. Honestly, with social media nowadays, I can sit down and eat a sandwich and that would be controversial for some reason. I've had a lot of friends in my life ask me how to get started on social media and on TikTok specifically, and I've always told them, only do it if you have ridiculously thick skin. You cannot post your life on social media if you don't have thick skin. So the fact that I even have to address this right now is kind of insane. Social media is just, it's a scary place. And I never understood people that much when they said they couldn't share their kids' faces online or they couldn't share much about their kids. I didn't really understand it, but it's crazy. If you were to know me in real life, this whole lazy husband thing, it's satire. My husband is the sweetest, nicest, kindest, most loving, most nurturing father in the entire world. He is playing on the ground with James like 90% of the day. If that man is not laughing, having fun, teasing him, playing with him, whatever it is, then I don't know, then something's wrong, because those two have the strongest bond, the strongest father-son bond that I know of anyone else. And it makes me really sad that social media has turned it into something, or me, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe that's, it makes me sad that I guess I've turned it into something like that. I don't know. In the video that you guys are all freaking out about, they're just playing. They're always playing. They're always playing where they scare each other. James is obsessed with dinosaurs and bears, and when they look away and they come back and they scare each other, and they play, like when they throw something, they'll play throw it, you know, you like psych them out, you know, and they flinch and whatever. Like that's what they're always doing. They're always like hiding behind couches and jumping at each other and chasing each other around the house and up the stairs and down the stairs and tackling each other. They're always playing constantly, to the point where like if I'm trying to talk to my husband, I can't, because he's always playing with my son. Nothing's going on. From the moment that my husband wakes up in the morning to the second he goes to bed, he is only thinking about our children and our family and what's best for us. And that's never not on his mind. He is constantly thinking about his children, their futures, what it's like now, how to be the best father. You can't believe everything you see on social media. You just can't. I promise, and when I promise this, I'm serious. Nothing is going on. No, I don't really owe anyone an explanation. I could just be like everybody else, and when stuff like this happens, I could just keep quiet. And I thought about keeping quiet and just kind of letting it blow over. But I thought, I don't want that. I don't even want the thought of that out there. I don't want anyone to suspect anything, that even to be questioned whatsoever, that me or my husband, that we do not love our children, that we do not treat them with anything other than love. Like, it's crazy. There's nothing going on.